I love this tension between this stark record of truth on the blockchain and this amorphous social layer on the other side. It's all about transparency over here. Over here, we have secrets, right? We have this dark gov versus light gov. Do you think secrets play a role in governance? Or do you think governance works better in the light?
I think we have to understand what our aim is with governance, because there are two competing aims that I've seen. One of them is inclusion, and the other is the degree to which it benefits individuals. So governance, you can look at governance as inputs and outputs, right? Inputs might be what people say, how people act, what people vote, how their opinions get counted. And the outputs are what the collective does on this basis, like what the collective does. What money is spent by the Treasury, what upgrades go through, what fellowships form, who is ranked by who is not ranked, what events happen, and so forth, right? I've seen voices out there that say the point of governance is not about delivering good decisions. The point of governance is about ensuring legitimacy, right? Of whatever decisions come out.
Interesting.
And if it's better to have a bad decision come out legitimate with clear legitimacy than a good decision without clear legitimacy.
Okay. What do you think about that?
I think it's bullshit.
Okay.
But I accept that it is a viewpoint.
Okay.
I do believe legitimacy is a virtue of a governance system, not per se, not because it's not purely in and of itself, but rather because it retains the faith of the people within the collective. And a collective is nothing if it has no members. So then we have to look, why do members stay in a collective? Well, they stay in it for two reasons. One, economic benefit, right? But economic benefit is a very short term, it can be a very fickle thing. And if people don't see economic benefit for a period of time, not everyone is very long-term focused. They may move to an alternate collective, they may get disenfranchised. No, this is enough. I'm done. I'm going elsewhere.
Yeah.
I could find the grass is greener over there.
Yeah.
Pasture's new, right? So I think it's questionable to rely purely on economic incentive, unless one is confident one can consistently deliver it on the timescale that its desired members expect. The second thing that people look towards within the collective is, I identify with this collective. Well, how would someone identify with a collective? Well, they feel that they are being fairly represented. They feel that decisions made by the collective are legitimate. They look for, perhaps one might argue, I mean, I don't necessarily want to argue this, but they might look for the legitimacy within the collective, or rather a collective that appears illegitimate probably they would not identify with.
People want to operate under fair rules, even if it doesn't benefit them.
At least. I'd say I'd say that as long as it benefits them, and as long as you have a rational actor, they don't care about legitimacy. But in the case that it doesn't benefit them, then maybe if it also doesn't appear legitimate, then maybe they're not going to stick around.
Yeah.
I would say that legitimacy is a consideration, but I wouldn't say it's the primary consideration. I would still say that the primary consideration is making good decisions. And if a governance system can make good decisions, then it need not necessarily be the paragon of legitimacy. I guess this is a very particular way that I'm using legitimacy here, because legitimacy is different. Is essentially fulfilling the expectations of the members according to how how it operates and how it makes decisions. And obviously different members can have different expectations, and some will feel that the thing is operating illegitimately even though it's actually perfectly following its rules. It's a difficult concept to really nail down.